Hello. Come now, we are adjusting because this thing then we will now adjust it to morning. Hello, welcome to Onyego's kitchen. I'm here with my lovely daughter Ene. We're going to be making some beautiful scones this morning. It's a Saturday morning and everybody's craving some scones for staying at home. So yeah, let's get going. Let's just put this right so you can see what we're mixing. Okay, I think that's right. AJ, come and help me adjust, please, so we can show our ingredients. Okay, is this right? I guess it's okay. Can you all see the working surface? What we're going to mix. So to make scones, we're going to make quite a big batch. In here, I've got 8 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, and 10 teaspoons of baking powder. We've got our 600 grams of margarine diced into small pieces. We've got some chocolate pebbles here that we're going to put into just to give it a different kind of feel. And we've got 6 eggs, and we're going to need 2 cups of milk, and we're going to use 4 teaspoons of vanilla. So let's get going. First of all, I'm going to put in the margarine in here into the flour. It's room temperature margarine. Try to get all that small bit out. I'm a no waste cook, so I hate wasting. So yeah, when you're watching my channel, you're going to see that my videos, you're going to see that I scrape everything to the last bit. Okay, so my hands are clean. I'm going to crumb this into the sugar and baking powder mixture until it resembles fine crumbs. You can also use your mixer, but I'm not using mine today. I usually use my Kenwood Titanium Major when I'm making like dough for meat pies and bread. But today, I just want something quick and easy. Oh, I forgot to turn on the oven, so I'm quickly going to do that so my oven can preheat. So I'll be right back. So we're going to preheat our oven to 200. Wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and continue the mixing. This is just trying to get the margarine incorporated into the flour until it resembles like fine breadcrumbs. And I get in handy here. Crack the eggs, please do not. How many eggs do you have here? 6. 6, okay. Here's the knife. Crack them into that bowl, into that plate now. Careful, make sure that you want to do it this side. Or what do you want to do? What is easier for you? Okay, let me put the eggs in there for you. go ahead that side and go crack the eggs. Make sure you don't have any shells in. You don't want to bite into a shell when we're eating our scones. That can be very annoying. So be patient. Remember, your margarine was in the fridge, so even though it's a bit room temperature, but it's still a bit hard. It's winter, so the margarine doesn't get too soft quickly. Wonderful. Then put the shell back into the plate, okay? I'm gonna do that quickly, as fast as I can. Scones are very easy biscuits. I know in America they call them biscuits, but in South Africa we call them scones. It's a very common biscuit that is used for different occasions, parties, funerals, weddings. Black people just love scones here. And it's cracking the eggs into the bowl for us. So you make sure that you don't have any small bits of flour, big chunks of margarine in the flour and baking powder and sugar recipe mixture, sorry. Make sure that it's all broken into pieces. The warmth of your hands also sometimes. I just don't like using both hands. So yeah, I usually use, otherwise it's a bit faster with two hands. But I don't like getting too messy. Okay, Ene, can you just whisk, take a fork. Here's a fork and just whisk those eggs. Just let's put our baking powder aside. But before you whisk the eggs, you're gonna take the teaspoon now, and you're going to measure. Just move closer here so they can see what you're doing. Wonderful. So here's some beautiful vanilla essence, and we're going to put 4 teaspoons of that into the milk. So open it up, Ene. It's a bit hard. Agboka, please, can you come help us here? Come open the bottle of vanilla. Thank you. Yeah, we haven't got strong hands, so thank you. So now you're going to pour gently. I'm going to measure 4 teaspoons. Just pour gently. Let me see. Pour into the, so that I direct you first. Okay, so this is gently. No. Did you hold the spoon to the top? Good. This is 1. Okay. So you're going to measure 3 more into the eggs. 2, 3, 4. Just a tiny bit for the road. Add a bit more. Gorgeous. Okay, close the bottle now and bring the teaspoon back. Put it right here next to the chocolate chips. So we're getting along. It's almost there now to the crumbly mixture we like. Usually this is a very fast deal. You can mix the eggs and vanilla in. Mix them, mix them, mix them, mix them. We're going to discard the, quickly just discard the eggshells, okay, so we can also just leave that plate for the egg wash, right? Get this out of the way. So the mixture is well incorporated now. And then it's time to put in the fluid, which is the 6 eggs, 2 cups of full cream or full fat milk, which makes it a bit richer, tastes richer and better. So, yeah, just go around it again briefly so that you don't miss any huge lumps of margarine. Gorgeous. So we're just going to make a well in the middle like this, and then pour that mixture in, put it in there, put it in there. Wonderful. And then you pour that egg mix into the well that we've made at the middle. And yeah, let's open the milk now. Let's put this aside. This flour is for dusting of the board when we're cutting our scones. So we'll just also open the milk, and we're gonna also put 2 cups of that. Okay, come and then pour the milk into the. Careful now, careful. Fill it, don't fill it. Wonderful. A bit more. So 2 cups. This is 1 cup. Another cup. Bit more. Good. 2 cups. So yeah, putting 2 cups of milk now. We're gonna incorporate it into the eggs like this, and then I'm gonna start bringing in the mixture towards the middle so that I can mix it all up. Beautiful. Okay, and I can remove this milk aside and the vanilla so we can make space for our pastry board. So put this in the sink, and then look for the pastry cutter, the scone cutter, the last cupboard where we put the measuring spoons. Okay. Oh. Look in the last one, the last cupboard. Oh, wonderful. Close the cupboard. We're gonna just try to mix everything in until we don't find any flour in again. I'm just gonna add a bit more milk. It's like my flour is a bit stiff. I'm not gonna measure any much, just a tad to just get it a bit more fluidy. Yeah, that'll do. Beautiful. Okay, so let's do this now. If you find it a bit messy, you can always use your mixer, but I'm so scared of over mixing, so usually I don't use the mixer for my scones. don't worry if you find the chunks of margarine and bits, or not big chunks but little bits. Oh, and it's quite some exercise. Okay, so it's all mixed up now. Let's get this little bit of flour in there. Okay, let's set this aside for the egg wash, which will come last. Okay, and then let's have the pastry board now. So just remember not to over mix. Scones don't want over mixing. The knife, I'm just going to use the blunt edge and just try to get some of the mixture off my fingers. And then we're gonna get the board, and usually I don't usually use the pin, the rolling pin. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a bit of flour onto the board, not too much, and just spread it out like that. And then about half of the mixture. And I bring the tray, I'm just gonna put it in onto the pot like that. Just gonna make a bit more space and put the over there. Yeah. Do that, next tap like that, fold over again and tap again, spread the flour again so that it doesn't stick. One again, looks very messy, but yeah, don't worry. Fold over again. So I fold over about 5 times, and then I put in a bit of mix, and then I spread it all out. Okay, all right, bring the tray closer so you can start cutting. So I'm going to put the chocolate chips in the second batch. I don't want the chocolate chips in all the scones. And then yeah, just cut with your cutter and place on the tray. When we're almost done, then Anna's gonna crack about 2 eggs again, which we're gonna use for the egg wash. Okay, so here's this very fast biscuits. I had a bit of flour, but no problem. It's just gonna make it not stick to the pan. Just mix it up all again like that. I'm just gonna have to take this off. It just makes my hands look messy, which I don't like. So I'm gonna try to get these bits out of my hands. Not too close, just give them a bit of breathing space so they can rise. Okay, this mixture again, the last one. So just gonna get this away a bit, and then I'm gonna add the chocolate chips. I have white and black chocolate chips here, dark chocolate chips, and just add it inside and then mix it all up. Spread out nicely. I'm gonna put a bit of flour on the board again. Spread it all out, and then I'm gonna put the last one to that. I'm just gonna scrape properly off. So give me a spoon, and then, okay, no, it's fine. Let me use this fork. I'll just put a bit of flour here so to scrape it off. Trying to scrape off the, you can also use a spatula, but I'm just using my fork here. I'm a non-waste cook, so yeah, just trying to get the last bits of the mixture out. And put this aside. Wonderful. So put it in the sink now. Okay, so we're just gonna do the last batch now. So our oven was set to 200. Looks like it's ready. So flatten again. One, that's the first one. Two, again, flatten it out. Remember, you have to flatten and fold 5 times. 2 and then 3. 4, and then finally my last fold. I'm just gonna pat it. You can use the rolling pin to flatten, but I usually don't use the rolling pin. I just use my fingers. Just gonna get this bit out of my fingers. And when my fingers are properly washed, some people will say, okay, you can use gloves. And are properly washed. So yeah, so just a bit of flour on it. Okay, so we're gonna fill this tray quickly, and then start on the second tray. And where's the second tray now? Just a bit flatter. And then you're going to get one egg crack. You're going to crack an egg, so we can start the egg wash. Okay. So my daughter usually does the egg wash. She's good at egg washing. I'm just gonna get this tray out of the way. So take the bowl and crack the egg and start the egg wash. So the egg wash is just to crack an egg and wash over the stove. That's it. Okay, here it is. Here's your fork. Crack an egg, take a brush, and then start the oven is ready, so put it in quickly. And it should be ready in about 20 minutes. Scones cook very fast. So yeah. Cup of tea with some eggs, some sliced avocado for breakfast. Very healthy breakfast, filling. So it's more like it's good to have it for brunch. Then you don't have to eat lunch, and you can just have a light dinner. And this is all homemade, so you know what is in. There's no preservatives in it. You can switch it up and add some dried fruit if you want to. I'm using chocolate chips today just to give the kids a bit of variety. But I've also made some plain ones for myself and hubby because we're also a bit older. We don't want all that sweet stuff. So yeah, a bit more flour to keep the board spotless, and then just flatten out. Almost done now. When Anna is gonna egg wash this ones, the last bits, I'm gonna move the tray, the pastry board, so you can at least see what egg washing means. It just means the whisked egg to make the surface of the scones glossy and beautiful. You can also add a bit of milk if you want to, but usually I just do egg. Almost done. That's very fast. It's actually very fast and easy biscuits to make, so yeah, not a big deal. Everybody can make this actually. If you can interpret the recipe and you can read, you can actually make this, so it's not a big deal. So just do that, the last bit now. Flatten out too much. Yes, please. Okay, so the last bit now. We're gonna have a very tiny leftover bit for a small scone. And that's it. This is our last one. I'm gonna just put it at the corner there. Stuff here, and then just gonna get this out of the way. And then you can come when you're done with that, then egg wash the rest. Okay. So as I said, this is our egg wash. Hi, can you see our faces? Okay, so we're just gonna egg wash the last bit now. Our oven was set at 200 degrees and it's hot and ready. I use a fan oven, so my baking usually is the heat is evenly distributed in the oven, so I don't have an issue with because I don't use a normal convention oven. I use a fan oven. That's away from each other. So we actually used 1 egg to egg wash. This is a brush, just a normal paint brush, but remember that when you buy that, you can also get them at the pastry shops, but I got a brother set, and I just use them for baking, only cooking, basting meats, when I'm roasting, doing some roasts in the oven and things like that. So this is just for cooking. Okay, done. Okay, so this is how they look, and we're going to pop them into the oven now. Let me just try to adjust this camera so you can see me pop them into my oven. That's my oven there, and yeah, we're gonna pop them into the oven now. We have a set on top of the oven there, and they come. I'm gonna pop them in. And yeah, that's it. Give it 15 minutes and it's done. So you're gonna, ooh, I'm all covered up in flour. Okay, when it's out of the oven, then we'll get to see how it looks. So yeah, that's it. Let's clean up now. I think we can put off the camera for now. And then we can always when the scones are ready. Let me just press stop there.